Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 InThePitFuturesTrading.com coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, February 26th. And incredibly eerie how similar today's day was from D period on compared to yesterday's, including the last 5 time frames. I mean, almost a spitting image of each other. So yesterday we went out with a price probe and a price spike, and I said how important I was. Well, the probe was rejected. They opened below the price spike, so initially it was accepted. But we said yesterday, remember, with all this pushing down, we had a huge range for 2 days, and we said J, K, L, and M from yesterday, these people all caught short. It turned out they basically were, right? As we ripped, I was hoping A would battle eyes low and then B open up and then get above it for a nice play on the long side. Well, they ripped it up early. So I waited. I did not do anything when it first did. It did come back in, had a nice trade in A period on the long side. Let me preface this. I made about 8 trades today. I made money on 7 of them and I lost money on the day. Yep, you heard that right. I'll show you where. So A period, I had a nice long play. Same in C. B period balanced, I did nothing. C period came down, tested, right? Now we had that set of single prints that was filled, tested it, started holding. I thought the odds were, look, we're above I. We got below I period in A and B. Both times it tested the price spike. But now here in C, never got down there. So as we were approaching B's high, I got long, waited for the pop, and sold it and had a nice trade there. I shorted D. We took out C's low to stop the one-time framing up. Started traded back up, and I took a put. I even added to it. I didn't want to see it take out A's high, which it did, and I got out of the trade, and I lost money. Now that wasn't a big one. That wasn't bad. I didn't give back what I made in A or C. But I did give back a bunch. I really thought since we had protected the price spike now, the buyers had protected it in both C and D. Even though we one time framed down, we came right back up. But boy, was that a head fake on me. So I get out of the short, lost money. E starts, goes right down. So I would have made money on that short. But then what I did, and look, when you look at it now, you could say, okay, why did you buy it? But, you know, you got to realize none of that is there, okay? So what was I looking at? I didn't buy it up here or anything. I didn't buy it until we started getting down, basically, towards this, around where those single prints were. I was looking, it's way too early for an afternoon pullback low, right? It's still the morning. But the fact that we held the price spike in C and D, okay, we're not one-time framing up anymore, but we were already 5 for 5 wide. So I really thought we were going to get into a rotational day and maybe trade to B's low and back and that type of day. That's why I took the long. I took it here, actually, towards the low in E. F open, didn't do anything, and then started flushing out. I was still long, actually added one time, and then got out of it once it got below the opening and wiped out my entire day. So that's why I took that trade. When you look at it from that perspective, I don't think it was a poor trade at the time. Value was unchanged. I was looking for a rotational day. We were 5 for 5. Thought we would hold the price spike again since we had held it in C, D, E. Even F came below it a little bit. That doesn't mean, right, it's rejected now, but obviously it was. So anyway, that was a costly trade. And then from that point on, all I did in J and K was I scalped both sides of the market, long and short, and chipped away really good at what I was down, but I still lost. This one hurt a bit. It was a pretty decent push down. Remember, I'm in 8-tick increments, so it doesn't look as bad. If you put it in ones, it looks a lot worse. So, not only from D period is it similar to SA, I mean, it is. Just look at JKL and M, JKL and M. The only difference is from today, well, two differences. We don't have a price probe and we don't have a price spike because we never took out the low of the day from I. But the question again now, if this is all, you can give both sides of the camp a pep talk. For the bulls, you can say, hey, sellers were trapped down here yesterday. We rallied. They're getting trapped again. We're going to probably rally tomorrow. On the flip side, the bears could say, if this is all you can muster, we were down $1 on the day. If this is a rally being down $1, well, guess what? We're going to gap low tomorrow, and we're going to go down and test that 200-day moving average real soon. And I'm leaning towards that side, by the way. Okay, destinations. For the upside, we didn't really have anything until L provided an afternoon rally high of 313.46. Then we don't have anything to today's high of 318.11. That's over $4.50 away. $4.50. Yes, we'll have today's opening, but for the most part, until you get more market-generated information, we don't have anything until today's high. And then above that, we have one set of single prints back from the trend day from yesterday. 321.28 gets filled at 322.04, and then yesterday's high 324.61. For the downside, we have today's low of 310.70. Then we have another daily low of 310.58. Now, I had given these all to you the other day. I'm going to rattle them off real quick. Another daily low of 310.32, filling the gap at 309.64 from the fourth. 309.61 price probe from the third. 309.13 price spike from the third. 308.42, 10 wide from the third. 308.32 afternoon pullback low from the third. And then 307.13 monthly low. You see how many reference points there are from December 3rd where there were buyers. If those don't hold, that next monthly low is going to be history. And then below that, you're going to start getting to the point where we might test the monthly gap down around the 304.74 level. That's my feeling. Okay, monthly. 2 days to go in the month. We're in balance, but the more important thing is right now we're teetering right above the trend line, but we have a very strong chance for an outside month down. That would be bearish. Very bearish for the longer term. Weekly. So it's still not right. The upside's right, but today's downside is not in there. Plus, it's showing all these orders that I've had over the past couple of weeks. It's just absurd. So it's not acting right, this weekly chart. So we are down in the weekly. The gap is my main focus, way below the trend line. And then in the daily, one-time framing down, 5 days now, right? From the all-time high, one-time framing down, 5 days. Tremendous volume again. 187 million with the after hours still to go. So we did 219 million yesterday. I'm going to figure we're going to do at least another 10 to 15. We're going to probably do 200 million shares again today, which would make 419 and 160. 570 million shares in 3 days, possibly. It's a lot of volume. I went all the way back, December of 18, we did 1.3 billion that week when we really got destroyed, or 1.1 billion, and we did 1.3 billion in February of 2018 after the market shot up and then really corrected in February of 18. So there's a good chance with 2 days to go, we could test the billion share mark this week, which would be pretty cool. We haven't done that in a while. So for me, the bulls, pretty much an absolute failure today after getting above that price spike. Absolute failure. We closed basically where we did yesterday. So now the question is it the bears' turn to just start revving up again, take out today's low, and start heading to those reference points I'm talking about and test the 200-day moving average? I hope you had a good day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.